almost forgot to actually record. Anyways, here we are, back with checking out more Minute Assault and then recent workshop stages, starting with Ash, because it looks like that's next up. So let's see what we got. Oh, the road looks like it's made of lava-y stuff. I mean, I expected to see this texture from the preview, but actually, because the last couple times I've seen some random stages where like the descriptions of the tooltips actually told me something about the thumbnails, told me something about the level, I'm actually going to read the description. Because there seems to be some neat stuff going on there. So, sometimes you can't fix a problem because others don't want it fixed, or even acknowledge there is a problem, even if you explain the disastrous outcome of their actions. So let the problem burn, and it's cut off. Game. Is that actually cut off? Hold on a second. Main menu. I wanted to actually look at the workshop page for it, but no. Okay, I can't get in there easily. Give me just a moment, because now I'm curious if that actually is not displaying the whole thing, or if it's just cut off because length. Ash. Yeah, it's cut off. No, how dare the in-game not... Okay, so let the problem burn, and when they realize the fire isn't stopping but growing bigger, they ask you for help. Tell them there's nothing you can do, and watch them burn to ashes. Kinda dark, but alright. Level where everything is on fire and burning down, because people done screwed up. One of my favorite tracks in the game. Very good for intense, everything's falling apart type levels. See, just because there's up arrows does not actually tell me what to expect coming up ahead. Oh, I need to restart to look at that again. Because, like, I saw all the up arrows, but there was, like, a ceiling right above me, so I'm like, I can't actually go up, because I will crash and explode. Also, I just want to take him out. Oh, come on. Like, that was my bad. I skidded the car out. I'm not actually used to trying to come to a stop for my speeds. I really like how this track goes through this busted building like this. If this were an actual road, I would be questioning why is there a roadway built through there, but since this is weird fiery strip that doesn't actually really make much sense either why it exists, it gets a pass. Also, that was a sweet looking fiery tornado jet thing in the background. I kind of sort of saw while I was saying that. So yeah, I guess this one's, okay. It's saying to turn upwards, but that is not what up arrows usually signify to me. So, fire suppression system, status depleted, water level, status critical. Yeah, that sounds about right. I actually kind of want to drive along one of these cool, shiny, power line looking things. Everything's all smoky, and it's not immediately on fire anymore. I just wanted to look at the scenery over there. Continuing on. In some sort of metallic circuit boardy looking thing. Oh. I've, like, sort of forgotten the proper technique for doing that kind of transfer. Oh, get it. I just need a minute. Should I be jumping to make that turn sooner? There's probably a way if I do both rotations at once. I'm just not accustomed to having to do that. Yeah. Nope. Nah, I messed it up anyways. Okay. This level's actually gonna make me try a bit. I'm okay with that. Yeah, that's not clean at all. Wow. feel like this is giving me more trouble than it should, but oh well. Okay, yeah, I'm doing something wrong there, but we made it past, so it's all good. Back out into city slash even things are even more on fire place. So I guess this is supposed to be part of like the fire suppression system out here with all the pipes and stuff. I'm not sure. Yep. Focus a little bit more because I do want to actually get through the stage. Oh, what? Why did I bounce there? Okay, no, I don't have wings. I just realized I didn't actually try. Can I circumvent this area? Yes, but not in a very clean manner, and not if I just do it wrong. Oh geez. Speaking of doing things wrong. So I want to say this is one of the more technically demanding levels in this collection so far, but part of that could be just first track of the day and I'm playing extra bad. But I do think this one, I'm not even sure what to call this transfer, where we go from forwards to straight down, is definitely one of the trickier ones we've seen so far, since you actually have to jump early. You don't have enough time if you just drive off the track, even though you can reach your destination easily enough without jumping. It doesn't give you the time to reorient yourself properly. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, whoa. I'm probably not going to go with this one during the stream since I don't want to spend too much time on it. Definitely can't. Oh my god. I'm all talking like all confident like, and I immediately explode while doing that. That's about par for the course for these streams. There we go. Okay. Stayed on the designated broken girder thing. Don't fall off this like an idiot again. Ah, the end was literally right there. Initial impression is yes, I would recommend this. It's a cool track. Visually, some of the elements thematically are confusing, so it's like you stop and look at things, you're like, what is this actually supposed to be? But when you're not paying too much attention, everything works pretty well. And considering the type of game this is, you're not really supposed to be slowing down to look at the scenery too closely, so for normal gameplay, it is plenty good. It's like terrible things have happened. Everything is quite literally on fire. Actually, hold on. Will that trigger again? Big fiery like tornado explosion. Oh, I think it only happens once. Or no, it happened right up here, didn't it? Yeah, that was cool. I actually really like that effect, or whatever it is. Not sure why I restart, because there's a very low chance of me actually getting a full clean run while I'm trying to like speak my thoughts out loud, but I feel like that was just giving away the run. Yeah. Actually, I'm sorry from the beginning. Let's do it. Let's go! Alright, I'll probably explode in about 10 seconds anyways. Oh wow, that was not clean at all. That was a terrible transition. there's a... Oh! No, that's not where I want to be. Can I relocate the track? Yes. I can even get myself back on it for just a brief moment. Oh, those pipes are not as low to the ground as I was thinking they were. Looks like there's probably a skip where we go above this area. There we go. Okay, so I'm gonna actually slow down a bit and take a look at things towards the end. I actually really like going through these broken elements, like having that girder and stuff. Thematically, especially for a level that's themed around destruction, that's a nice touch. Okay. Wait, why is there a... Not clear on what this is supposed to be. Again, this is one of those elements. It's like, you see it, you're like, yeah, that looks cool, but then when you stop, you're like, huh? Anyways, nah, I can't see it. Get the camera focused on it from here. Oh, right, there's no wings in this level, so, okay, so yeah, skip would actually be... I actually can't be too upset about some crazy secret alternate path, which I kind of assume that's what that blue ring I saw was. It's part of the alternate route into the exit, which I'm assuming what it is. I feel like the color on it really kind of clashes with the theming of everything else, because it's like there's nothing else like that. But, I mean, that doesn't really hurt for clarity of, like, saying, like, hey, this is an actual pathway. I guess I would have to actually take that route to see what I think of it properly, but... I'm not feeling super inclined to go and, like, scour the level for this alternate route right now. Not sure why. I mean, this level honestly seems perfectly good. I think it's fine. As of right now, my impressions are pretty cool. Again, some of the elements are thematically confusing when you look at them too closely, but... meh. Like I said before, that's not... I don't think that's actually a major drawback. U235 is up next. Let us go. So, warp into U235. What is in store for us here? First impression is kind of like science-y looking place, but a high-tech refinery with questionable storage methods. High-tech refinery. Okay, that kind of goes with my first impressions a bit. Say, radiation symbol. So, first impressions, it does not seem off from the description. Ooh, I like the moving down. Okay, I suppose that's supposed to be like, there's a radioactive area effect. I just needed a minute to be like, what do I actually think of this constant glitching effect? I am unsure. I think it's alright. I think there's a level I'm just gonna run through, whoa, and then do a slow take through it. I can't immediately give that a thumbs up, but let me take a closer look at it. My first impression is uncertain, which I suppose is not an incredible endorsement of the level. If my very first impression is, I'm not sure whether I really like it or not. I do like these kind of like corrugated slate. Hold on a second. What is happening here? So there's a trigger that opens it, but then it immediately closes if you're not going fast enough, you don't get through. I don't think I like that. I think I think if this game had more variation in speeds, like if the goal was not always go 5 million miles ahead full throttle, I think that would make more sense. But the way the game is, I don't actually like that. I think it should just stay open. Like, it's cool as a visual. I like visually that it's like the striped metal door. I don't think there's any reason it should close. I don't think there's any good reason it should actually close back down. Because that's not something you'll ever see, and if you do see it, it's because you just got screwed. Anyways, we got these big H2O containers. They are partially full. Nice element. Got a big, like, warehousey looking place. This is fitting the theme that was described as pretty well, I think. What do those say? Can I fly? Yes, I can. Uranium ore. Oh, gosh darn it. I'm trying to read, game. It said uranium ore, and then there was some blinking thing. Warning sign. Okay. I'm going to find a way to read this. And quite possibly still explode several times too. No, what? I want to land on the side of the box. Please. Is that really so much to ask for? The answer is yes. Yes, it is. Okay. What do you say? No, it's raised up. Now. Why is this so difficult? Oh. There we go. Warning, radiation hazard. It took me like almost 5 minutes just to find that. The box said, warning, radiation hazard on your radio. Go me. HSO. I want to say sulfuric acid, but I don't actually know. I'm pretty sure it's a type of acid. More uranium storage boxes. They're a little odd with the glowing outlines, but it makes them visually cool. It's just odd for like actual. Doesn't really make them look like a storage box to me. Hold on, will this one close on me? No, see, that just confuses me more about the door in the beginning. Why does it have that element? I mean, it's not really a significant problem, because again, it shouldn't affect you unless you're being an absolute idiot like I am, but it still makes me wonder why it exists. Oh well. Anyways, uranium oxide concentrate storage. Protective gear required. My car is protective gear. Yes, those are big piles of uranium oxide, I presume. So yeah, the glitchy effect is supposed to be this area is radioactive. This area has some cool misty effects, makes it look very cool. Uranium hexafluoride. I'm actually curious about the process it's based on, because yeah, I assume this is some, like, supposed to be refining stuff. That's kind of neat, with the, lights going on and off to kind of try and create a... Do they only move when I move? Hold on a second. No, I can't tell if they're moving based on proximity or something. I like the idea of those lit up pipes on them. Try and like look like, I'm assuming, liquid nitrogen or something of the sort used for cooling. I like the idea of using those lights, but I think they're in such big segments and their movement is so disjointed, it does not really get the effect that I think they were going for. It's a good idea, I don't think it quite works. They still look neat as a visual element. I don't think they necessarily look bad, I just think they could actually look a lot better with some adjustment, but I'm sure it's actually more work than I realize. Hold on, I want to see what this sign says. Danger U-238, so something that's being refined into, or is that a type of uranium? Uranium dioxide powder. Heavy protective gear required, so extra dangerous radioactive stuff. Yeah, because then this is when our screen really freaks out. I think that's actually okay, because it's literally just a straight jump. You can see it come. Oh, am I sealed out from getting back in there? Yeah, it's just a straight jump, and the screen blur is actually not insane. I can still pretty decently see where I'm going. And the fact that there's essentially zero maneuvering required means that's actually totally fine. Neat level. I am actually now curious about the processing that's been replicated. I can't think of the right word, but the refining process here. I wonder if it's... I assume it's at least inspired by real-life uranium processing. I'm curious of all the materials that have been shown involved and how they correlate to the real-world version, if they're one for one, or if it's just kind of like a based on it with a little artistic license. Yeah, I think I'll recommend this level. I think I would, yeah. It's a cool level. Cool theme. It's neat. I like it. Again, the actual course itself, nothing too crazy, but there's some fun visual elements and an experience to be had there. Don't think it's one of my favorite. Yeah, I wouldn't put it in like my top levels, but it's good enough to recommend for sure. So next up, Steel Jungle. What is our description? Again, I saw this picture in the back. Oh, okay. This is note from an author, not like a narrator thing. Again, I saw this picture in the background of a song I was listening to and wanted to build a track with a similar color scheme and feel. I know because I remember seeing a couple tracks with similar notes on their description of just like, yeah, I saw this thing and I made a track inspired by it. So I don't know what the thing is, but we're gonna take a look. Ooh, whoa. That's not what I expected to happen when I tried to back up. This is an unusual and interesting looking place. Okay, let me actually drive the track. These cool metallic rims. I kind of like that effect with the starting in relative darkness and our lights coming on and really lighting this stuff up. That felt a little uncomfortable with the heating. Doesn't feel like it was necessary. These are a lot of freaking street lamps, but the effect is cool. And the green lamps are checkpoints, and I'm being distracted looking at the visual stuff and not paying enough attention to the road. Oops. That's me trying to jump way late. I think the music goes well with this track, actually. Or at least this outdoor section with all the lights, I feel like, for some reason. Because the lights give kind of like rhythmic feel to things. The lighting on the roadway. I don't know. For some reason, it just feels like it fits well to me. Oh, gosh darn it. I did the same thing again. I saw the gap too late because I'm paying attention to too many other things. Yeah, I don't like how high the heat gets up going to that. Is there any reason for that? It just makes me feel uncomfortable. It's not really a problem, it's just I don't like it. I don't like the way it feels. And I'm just kind of like wandering off because I'm like, there's this big, giant, just angled wall that I could just go drive up. So I did. For no actually good reason. Other than because I can. I should probably get on with the level. Okay. Let's see if I can actually get back to the track from here. No, this looks like it's going up over above the top of the track. Oh no, there's the track. Oh wait, now I've went wings. Maybe I can pull. No, I missed the cooldown. If I'd hit the cooldown checkpoint, I could have recovered that. That one. Okay, I'm gonna actually try to finish the track this time. I like the background scenery, like the down below stuff. It's technically part of the background. Gosh darn it, why am I missing that jump every time? What is this? This spotlight is weird. It's creating like a black circle in the middle of it. It just looks awful. Anyways, this cool kind of like circuit board with lights almost looks like traffic down below in a city or something. I don't know, I just like that. It's cool. Nice touch. Kill grid is all yellow to match. I'm a little confused how this intro section ties in with everything thematically, though. Maybe if I actually watched the source inspiration for this, it would make a lot more sense. Oh, jeez. Wow, okay. I need to just shut up for a minute so we can actually see the rest of this track. So I'm just progressively making dumber and dumber mistakes. Incredibly hard part. That's a really odd way to end the level. I'm not sure what I think about that. Man. I kind of want to take a better look at the last half of the level. Actually, I'm curious if there's actually this road actually continues at all behind us. Does it? It does. No, okay, it stops there. Alright. Done a little bit of roadway continuity and then it cuts off after, frankly, a very reasonable distance. It's like, yeah, there's nothing back here, but you're not, like, starting on the edge of nothingness. Still jumping, so some sort of big cityscape, which it does really give the good impression of. Gosh darn it. Why am I always jumping late on that? It's kind of interesting, because a lot of the cityscape type stages have like lit up windows and stuff, and this doesn't, but it still gives that effect, but it's got a very different feel, because the buildings are all kind of like foreboding and dark, and this looks like just like a big concrete retaining wall or something next to us, like very urban feeling stuff, but there are... Maybe that's why my attention keeps getting pulled away from the track, because the main source of light that isn't the track is the roadway looking stuff down below. Which is kind of neat to put an emphasis on that. Ooh, hold on. I'm pretty sure this is, yeah, this is. Because I want to take a look at how this checkpoint is designed. So I appreciate custom checkpoints. I don't think I like the big white streaks, because they almost look like they're supposed to be bars or obstacles, but overall this is a pretty neat checkpoint, I suppose. But what I wanted to actually look like was this big purple, like, sunset. It's too glowy to be a moon. It doesn't look like a moon to me. That is a really cool purple, like, really cool, surreal sunset color type thing. Yeah, I don't really like the way those spotlights are interacting with the buildings, but that may not be something that can easily be haven't much done about. Or just the type of lights used just to have that issue, I don't know. Straight down towards the ground. Just on this, frankly, rather oddly lit roadway. But it's artistically neat, so I'm okay with it. What even is this that we're coming into? I don't know. Like, this is the part that starts to confuse me, because, like, we've had a very cohesive, like, track or path, and then all of a sudden we're just, like, going into this structure, and our roadway is just like totally different. It's actually probably the same type of roadway. It's just like, because we've had that very specific lighting the whole time, it feels like I'm suddenly like, this isn't the same type of road. What's going on here? And then just kind of this launch out into nothing. Like, it's pretty clear, yeah, we want to go towards that, but it feels really far out and just like, why? Why is that the goal there? Honestly, it kind of sort of reminds me of like a helicopter landing pad or something. But then it's also just suspended in air between buildings instead of like on a building. Like, that's just, like, I know the endpoints on a lot of these levels are super arbitrary, and honestly 99% of the time it's fine. This one, I think it must be because a lot of the elements are so dark and kind of like ambient feeling, like it's very much like, yeah, the dark buildings are like, they're not a thing you interact with, they're just scenery. So when you see the ending like that out between them, just like in air, it's like, what? Yeah, I think I would still recommend this level because as a playable level, I have no significant complaints about it, and there's cool enough things to see. I would say, yeah, probably not going to be a track probably not going to be many people's like favorite, but I think I could still reasonably recommend it.